magandang araw sa ating lahat mga ka-members. Ang topic natin for today is about benefit package na ibibigay ni SSS sa kanyang mga members. Ano-ano ang mga ito? Yan ang ating pag-usapan today. And if you are still bago sa channel natin, so yung i-subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell para updated ka sa lahat ng mga video uploads natin. Okay? So, pag-usapan natin today anong may mga package na ito. SSS members are entitled to a package of benefits under the SSS programs in the event of unemployment o pagkawala ng trabaho, sickness, maternity, disability, old age, and death. Basically, the SSS provides for a partial replacement of income lost on the account of these contingencies. Okay. Now, pag-usapan natin today ang tungkol sa isang contingency which is the sickness. Okay. So, ano ba itong sickness benefit? Okay, or sa title dito, what is sickness benefit? The sickness benefit is a daily cash allowance paid for the number of days a member is unable to work due to sickness or injury. Now, how to qualify for sickness benefit? An SS member is qualified for sickness benefit if he or she is unable to work due to sickness or injury and confined either in a hospital or at home for at least 4 days. Okay. If she has paid at least 3 months of contributions within the 12-month period immediately before the semester of sickness or injury. So, dapat may 3 months contribution sa loob ng isang taon. Okay? Immediately before the semester of sickness, injury. Alright. If employed, he or she has used up all current company sick leaves with pay. Okay, so makuha natin yung benefits sa sickness if employed tayo and then used na lahat ng ating mga company sick leaves. Alright, so papasok na doon si sickness benefit ng SSS. And he or she has notified the employer, in short ER, or directly the SSS if separated from employment, voluntary member or VM, or self-employed is regarding his or her sickness, injury. So, kailangan talaga na ipaalam. Okay? Pag ikaw ay nagtatrabaho, paalam mo sa employer mo. Alright? Or if voluntary member ka, self-employed ka, ipaalam mo ito sa SSS. Alright? So, magkano naman ang matatanggap natin as a benefit sa sickness na to? So, the amount of sickness benefit. The amount of sickness benefit per day is equivalent to 90% of the member's average daily salary credit. Okay, so we call it MSC. Now, how to compute the sickness benefit? Okay, so exclude the semester of sickness. Now, a semester refers to 2 consecutive quarters ending in the quarter of sickness. Okay, a quarter refers to 3 consecutive months ending March, June, September, or December. Okay, now pangalawa, count 12 months backwards starting from the month immediately before the semester of sickness. Now, pangatlo, a member should have at least 3 months posted contributions within the 12-month period prior to semester of contingency or sickness. If with more than 3 months, identify the 6 highest monthly salary credits or MSCs within the 12-month period. So, ang pag-usapan natin ito kasi if una pa lang nating marinig ito, mahirap itong intindihin, no? Like semester, saan mag-umpisa, ang bilang, ano-ano ito. Pero pag-usapan natin yan sa the next page. Okay? Alright, sa monthly salary credit, or MSC means the compensation base for contributions and benefits related to total earnings for the month. Please refer to SS contribution schedule. So, pwede nating tingnan to sa website ni SSS, ang SSS contributions schedule. And then, add the 6 highest MSC to get the total MSC. Okay? So, doon sa mga magagaling na mga mathematician, na mga magagaling dito, mag-total na to, alam mo naman, kayang-kaya ninyo to. Pero sa amin na average lang kami, kailangan pa rin ulit-ulit. Anyways, ine-explain naman to sa susunod na mga pages. Now, aside from adding the 6 highest MSC to get the total MSC, divide the total MSC by 180 days to get the average daily salary credit, which is ADSC in short. And then multiply the ADSC by 90% to get the daily sickness allowance. Next, multiply the daily sickness allowance by the approved number of days to arrive at the amount of benefit dues. So, paano ba ginagawa ito? For example, an SSS member got sick or was injured in October 2020 for 20 days. Now, ito, the semester of sickness would be from July 2020 to December 2020. Now, the 12-month period would be from July 2019 to June 2020, within which the 6 highest MSC would be chosen. Okay? Now, let us assume that the 6 highest MSC are 15,000 each. Okay? Now, i-assume lang natin to. Likewise, the date of the year or the year, kasi 2020 lang yung example lang yan, 2020, 2022 na tayo ngayon eh. Alright, now, the total MSC would then be 90, okay, that is 15,000 times 6 equals 90,000. Okay, to get the ADSC, divide the total MSC by 180, which is 90,000 divided by 180. You will then get 500. So the daily sickness allowance is 90% of the ADSC. So that would be 500 times 90% or 450 pesos. Okay. Multiply the daily sickness allowance by the number of sick days. That's 450 times 20 days, resulting in a sickness benefit due for 9,000. Okay, so itong mga ito, ano lang to, example lang to. Of course, kakaiba to sa sa actual talaga ninyo na benefit. Okay, kasi iba-iba naman ang mga sweldo natin. Okay? So this is just an example. All right. Now, what is the maximum number of days under the sickness benefit program? So a member can be granted sickness benefit for a maximum of 120 days in 1 calendar year. So, ayan 120 days. So, ilang days ba sa isang taon? 365 days. O, 120 niyan, no, is a sickness benefit maximum that is granted to a member. Any unused portion of the allowance, halimbawa, 60 lang ang nagamit mo or 20 lang. Okay? So, any unused portion of the allowable 120 days sickness benefit cannot be carried forward nor added to the total number of allowed compensable days for the following years. So, hindi siya pwedeng i-accumulate. Okay? Hindi siya pwedeng i-carried over to the next year. Okay, the sickness benefit shall be paid for not more than 240 days on the account of the same illness or confinement. If the sickness or injury still persists after 240 days, the claim will be considered a disability claim. Malaki din yan. Now, next, what are the notification procedures for an employed member? Now, an employee or EE should notify the employer within 5 calendar days after the start of sickness or injury. Okay? The employer or ER in return must notify the SSS of the confinement within 5 calendar days after the receipt of the notification from the employee. Okay? So, pag ang employee sasabi siya or notify niya yung employer, in return, ang employer din, i-notify din niya si SSS na si employee nagkasakit ng ganito. Na? Pero dapat within 5 calendar days. Alright? Now, notification to the employer shall be made within 1 year from last day of confinement if the member's confinement is in a hospital. Okay? Now, if the member got sick or was injured while working or while he or she was within the company premises, sickness notification shall be made within 10 days from the start of confinement. In this case, the employer must notify the SS within 10 calendar days from the start of the employee's sickness or injury while he or she was working or while within the company premises. Okay? So what are the notification procedures for an employed member? How do employed members receive the payment for his sickness benefit? Okay. Now, the full payment of the daily sickness allowance is advanced by the employer every regular payday. The SSS will then reimburse the employer of the amount legally advanced through the sickness benefit reimbursement application online. So, pag ikaw nagkasakit, bayaran ka muna ni employer. And then, babayaran in return ni SSS si employer doon sa in advance nila para sa iyo. Okay? For this purpose, all employers are required to enroll their bank accounts through their my.ss accounts, wherein reimbursement from SSS will be deposited directly to their enrolled savings current bank accounts. Okay, so understandable naman yan, di ba? Dapat may naka-enroll na bank accounts ang employer ninyo kay SS para diretsyo na rin yung reimbursement ni SSS i-deposit sa bangko ni employer para matanggap nila yung reimbursement na binayad nila sa iyo as a member of SSS. Now, for home confinements which are beyond 1 year period, immediately preceding the date the claim for benefit or reimbursement is received by the SSS will no longer be reimbursed to the employer. Okay. So, kapag sabi dito home confinement, so hindi ito sa ospital, sa bahay lang, and then more than a year preceding the date the claim, immediately preceding the date the claim for benefit or reimbursement is received by the SSS will no longer be reimbursed by the employer. Kasi nga, na-receive mo na, hindi na kailangan pang i-reimburse pa ni employer sa'yo. No? Kahit dumiretso ka naman ni SSS. Diniretso na rin ni SSS sa'yo. Okay, so this does not apply to hospital confinements. Kasi hospital, dadaan talaga din naman sa employer yon kasi immediately ipaabot mo man talaga kay employee, paalam mo kaagad. So, agad-agad, malalaman employer, bayaran ka din kaagad. Okay? Alright. Now, next one. Alright, ano natin itong battery. Sorry. Alright. Now, there you go. What is the prescribed period for claiming for sickness benefit? For hospital confinement, the claim for benefit must be filed within 1 year from the date of discharge. Okay, pagka na-confine ka sa hospital, huwag mo nang paabutin na more than a year kasi hindi na valid yon. So, within the year lang talaga of the date, from the date of discharge. While for home confinement, it must be filed within 1 year from the start of illness. Failure to file the claim within the prescribed period shall result to the reduction or the denial of the claim. Paabutin pa ba natin ng 1 taon? Hindi na, di ba? Kasi nagkakasakit ka, wala, malamang naubos ng savings mo, mag-file ka na talaga kay SSS. So, hindi na abot na a year yan. Huwag mo nang paabutin. Alright? So, after successful notification and cash advancement, the employer will submit the application for reimbursement. So, this is for the employer. Okay. Now, how do members separated from employment, self-employed, or voluntary members receive payment of their sickness benefit? The sickness benefit will be paid directly by the SSS to the members separated from employment, okay, or self-employed or voluntary member through their UMID ATM or through their peso net accredited disbursement accounts registered in their my.sss account. Alright? So, dapat, kasi nga, pagka wala, self-employed ka naman, ikaw yung boss, voluntary members, sarili nila, wala naman tong mga employers, direct na sa atin o sa inyo ang mga bayad from SSS. Sa pamagitan ng UMID ATM or meron kayong ATM pay card via Union Bank or sa mga accredited disbursement account ni SSS. Alright? Malinaw yan? So, next, what is the procedure on notification for a member separated from employment? Self-employed or voluntary member. Members separated from employment, SE or VM or voluntary member should notify the SSS directly within the 5 calendar days after the start of confinement, unless such confinement is in a hospital, in which case, notification should be made within 1 year from start of confinement. Okay? So, pagka sa hospital, notified mo si SSS, okay? Pwede siya from the start of confinement. Confined ka sa hospital. So, ipaalam ka agad kay SSS. Kung di mo kaya dahil nakasakit ka, syempre, kung family mo or your friends mo, okay? Alright. So, those are the procedures on notification from members separated from employment. Okay, it could be self-employed or voluntary member. So, those are just the information today, folks, mga ka-members. Okay, so the next nating pag-usapan is about unemployment. Okay, so yung package benefit ni SSS para sa unemployment. Itong pinag-usapan today's sickness package benefit naman to. Okay? So if you still have any questions, i-comment mo lang yan. Alright? So have a wonderful day and stay safe, everyone.